Hey baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading all about why do people obsess about you. And I want to welcome all of you in. Welcome to my house. Welcome to Auntie Amy's house. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I hope you will stick around. We have a lovely community here. So feel free to leave comments and ask questions and request videos, request readings, all right, down below. And I want a special shout out to my subscribers and my members. I really, really appreciate each one of you with your comments, your thumbs up, your suggestions, your requests, and your donations and super thanks. I really appreciate each one of you and your generous nature, and I just appreciate you. I really, really do. Words lack sometimes. I just am so happy with the community we're building. It really brings me so much joy. All of you guys bring me so much joy. And I hope in some way I can give that back to you guys. So just thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so as you see before you, there are 3 cards. These are going to be your psychic linking objects. I have 3 piles of cards here. I've done a bit of a pre-shuffle. So I will be pulling more cards, though, as I need to for clarity. If you're pulled to more than one group here, there's probably going to be more than one message because many times my messages kind of trickle over into each group. You know, it just depends on what spirit wants to bring through. And I will insert a little video right after this opening that lasts about 30 seconds to a minute where you can kind of take a moment, meditate, and see which group you're drawn to. All right, so take your time, do what you need to do. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, don't stop.
Hey group 1, all of you that selected the Brat, this is going to be your reading all about why do people obsess about you, okay? So just keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right? Okay, so let's see what cards came out. We have Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Ooh, okay. Intense feminine energy. Okay, intense. We have femme fatale. Ooh, you are a sexy MF for sure. Light attributes highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependence is rejected. Yes, beautiful. Love that. Love that energy. Lilith energy. We have Grumpy Wizard. Release your anger safely. Do you have a little temper? Bratty brat brat. Are you a little bit of a brat? Because you picked this card. And it doesn't say the B here, but it's brat. We all know it's brat. Okay. We have Psycho Spirit. Use your inner guidance. Their voice, your choice. You're psychic, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're a psychic little bratty bunny. And you have that femme fatale energy on top of it. That's the brattiness. That's how it comes out. That's how your femme fatale energy comes out. Let's get all these big cards first. We have the Pack, Inner Work, Deep Connections, Soul Tribe. You just draw these people to you. You just draw them in. You do. We have blessings and curses, psychic, self love, and beauty. Because you're attractive, you're beautiful, you're hot, you got it going on, you're handsome, people want some. That's why they obsess about you, okay? We have it's okay to forget and then remember and do it over again and all over again. The Voyager. Return home, lessons, realizations. There's something about your eyes here. Maybe the way you do your eye makeup or your actual eyeballs. Or the way they're shaped or the way they sit in your head with your jawline and that beautiful nose you have. We have bound. Ooh. People feel like connection to you. They also feel possessive. Possessive as fuck. Okay, we have Nyx, darkness. Ooh, you got that edge, that bratty brat edge, don't you? Because you shimmer and shine and glow. You just can't help it. And people want to touch that shine, but they forget, look at all this darkness here. Look at all that. It makes the shine so much more intense, doesn't it? Yeah, you just glow so differently because you're smooth like butter, honey. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. There's all that energy. Ooh, baby, you're hot. People obsess about you because you're hot. Now, I know some of you are like, Auntie Amy, I'm not hot. Listen, I tell people this all the time. This is not about how you feel about yourself, okay? This is why people obsess about you, okay? This is why. Now, this is in their mind, not yours, okay? So just deal. Just deal with it. All right. Believe it or not, there are people who think you're super hot, okay? We have the Queen of Wands. Super hot. This is the sexiest card in the deck. She is it. She's the one you want to go to. You know, like, she's the one with all the smexiness, the hot and juiciness. That's her. Okay, we have the Two of Wands here. Ooh, it's like when they see you, they immediately think about, now, how could I make this happen? Like they observe this bratty brat energy and they're just like, how can I interact with that energy? How can I make that energy happen? How can I either calm it or activate it? You have that effect. And you have a little temper, which I got to tell you, to some people, makes them obsess more because they either think that, well, they think it's really cute or they think it's really hot. And they want to have angry alone time with you. Okay? Some people are pulled, they want to know, they see the shine, and then they're like, oh, what is that darkness there? What is the darkness behind this shine? I want to know that. They want to know the depths here of you. And here's the Sappho part of this. You may be a member of the LBGTQ plus community, okay? You seem to be very comfortable in your vessel. And you seem to have very strong feminine energy, okay? At least the feminine energy seems very comfortable in your vessel, okay? So you feel very feminine to me. And I feel like it is the source of your power. And it's a powerhouse, honey. And I think that some of you right now are hiding this part of yourself. Okay? If this is you, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? And I want to tell you, I feel it and it's okay. All right? It's valid. The way you feel is valid. Where you are is valid. And it's okay. I feel you, honey. I do. Okay? Much love from your Auntie A. All right? Here's the thing. People obsess about you because I feel like it's almost like they want something they know they can't have because you aren't having it. Okay? This bratty attitude it's not bratty for fun. It's bratty for real. It's like, don't fuck with me. I think you are a little bit of a hothead. And I think there are people in your life who think it's cute. I'm sorry. Influencer, shadow, red flag. I think some people obsess over you because you get mad. And when you get mad, they're like, they think about that. They think about the interchange that you had. Like, can you believe what that person did? Can you believe what they said to me? And they would be more angry, like in their car, like screaming, like, I can't believe what that bitch did. I can't believe what they said. Did you hear them? Like that kind of energy, okay? And you know it, and that's fine. Right? Because we're going to speak up for ourselves. Are you a Libra? Are you a cardinal sign? We're going to speak up for ourselves. And some people ain't going to like it. And that's okay. They ain't got to like it. Okay? But you have that energy of like people obsessing over you because you say things they don't fucking like. And you trigger people. Okay? And it's part of this brattiness. It's part of this little bratty attitude. And listen, the world needs good brats. Okay? They need them. Brats make the world interesting. Okay? They make the world fun. A little trouble every now and then ain't a bad thing. And we're talking about fun trouble, not, bad trouble. And I feel like people feel your influence, okay? And I think you leave these traces of your personality on people. I think you say things with this bratty attitude that are funny. I think you're entertaining. Are you a Leo? Are you a Leo? I feel like Leo Libra here a little bit. Like you may be an entertainer. Maybe Sagittarius. You may, the femme fatale energy. I feel like people really enjoy being around you. Okay, and although you may have a sharp tongue at times, because people get out of hand. And maybe you used to be like, you know what, I'm going to ignore it. And now you're like, you know what, bitch, you can't talk to me that way. And people are like, oh, now you have an attitude. No, I had an attitude the whole fucking time. Okay, I just hit it because I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want people talking to me that way. So people may obsess about like changes you made in how you speak and what you do and your boundaries. Your boundaries may cause people to obsess. Like, why are they being this way? Like, maybe you've cut someone off or you've ghosted them and they're like, what happened? Even though you know damn well they know what happened. They know exactly what happened, but they want to force you to interact. And they obsess about that. And you're just like, no, we're not going to interact. No. We're done. We're done. So, and that's just, part of your personality. I think you're taking less shit from people in general. I really do. I think you're taking less shit. Oops. Sorry. Are you guys okay? That was my knee. I knocked you. I'm so sorry. I think you're taking less shit in general from people, and people are thinking about it. They're just like, what happened? What happened to them? Why are they like this? Because you're in your feminine energy. You're in your healed feminine energy, and it's very much balanced with your masculine. Okay. So it's dark feminine energy. And dark feminine energy does not take any shit. They're pretty fearless. We have unintentional. They do not realize they are sending you the evil eye, words and actions. I think people, like when you get angry, they get a little scared. Like some of you guys have a little hot, like I said, a hot temper. And people get a little scared that you might do something, like you might jump them or something. Um, this evil eye, words and actions, I think people, they talk about you, but you know that, right? People talk about you. Of course they do, because you have this bratty attitude, okay? Because you're fully embodied, okay? You're in the body, and you're hot, you're attractive, you're pretty. Some of you guys are so pretty. I get the pretty vibe. And I don't get this pretty vibe all the time. Okay? It's a pretty, pretty, pretty vibe. It's like the rainbow, but it's in the layer where pink and red kind of blend together. It's just so pretty. It's almost violet, but not quite. It's just such a pretty vibration. But, and I think this pretty is like a part of your heart chakra. It's part of who you are. And you don't show this to everyone. And it's behind the brat. Pretty is a state of being. It's how you love. It's how you like to live. It is how you like to treat yourself and others. Pretty. Pretty means love. It's not necessarily like how people look. It feels like a vibration here. And I feel like it takes a lot to get to this place within you. I feel it. I feel it. You heal people with this pretty. We have blackmail, digging up dirt on you to use later. Yeah, always. People talk about you. People gossip about you. I think people dig for dirt on you, and they have a hard time finding any. Really. Because people know you have this little temper. People know you have a bratty attitude. So when someone says something like, "Oh, did you hear they did this?" People are like, "Uh-huh, and?" So it's not really tea. It can't be tea if everyone knows. That's the way you are. So people who think they got shit on you ain't got shit. And you know that. So it's like, whatever. Go talk to me. Go talk about me. I don't care. Go smack your lips. We don't give a shit. Energy vampire. Excessively demanding your attention and emotional support. I think that people like concentrate on your energy. I think some people really do obsess about you. And I think you attract people who may be energy vampires. And that's where your boundaries are important. And you've probably have learned or are about to learn the lesson about energy vampires. And it's sad. I've had to learn this the hard way, okay? Because especially if you've had trauma in your life, okay? You may attract people who are also traumatized and broken. Okay. And they tend to come in and make things a lot of times worse. You both kind of make each other worse. And many times you have to go through this cycle with them. Sometimes it's many people, it's friend groups, it's, adult friend groups, it's partners. And you have to kind of realize what's going on and pull yourself away and break the cycle. It's very difficult. And how you do that is you put up boundaries. So it makes it hard for the energy vampires to get to you, because what's happening is everyone's feasting on everyone's energy. And it's usually some kind of addiction going on there. Everybody's being addicted together. And so everyone's kind of feeding on each other in different ways. And so putting a boundary up immediately starts to starve both parties. And you go through withdrawal, but it makes you stronger. The withdrawal is the missing. I miss them so much. And the time is the healing. The wound scabs over and it starts to heal. You'll always be scarred, but it does get better. And I feel like you have very strong boundaries, or you're going to, because of how deep and how intense the energetic, parasitic energy has been. Some of you guys have been seriously in some seriously codependent, addictive situations. It doesn't have to be substances. It can be toxic relationships as well. They can really take it out of you. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about why people obsess over my group 1. I think you're easy to talk smack about. Insecure, turn off the lights. I think you make other people feel insecure, and they obsess about your looks. I think they obsess about your style, your body, some of you, your hair, the way you do your makeup, and they want to look like that. They want to do it like you do it. And when they do it, it doesn't look right. You may have somebody around you who tries to copycat you, okay? They're a little upset. Well, you probably know. They're obsessed with you, okay? The thing is, they don't have the charisma to carry off some of these things. That's why finding your own style is so important, because you have to have the thing to carry it off. If you can't carry it off, then it's not for you, right? So I feel like you have that energy around you obsessing. We have savage, wild, crazy. Oh, I don't know if I've ever pulled this card out of this deck. I can't remember this ever coming out. Ooh. I think, let me see this card. Ooh, talk about obsessed. You drive people crazy. There's somebody, you drive crazy. And I'm getting like, if you have nails, they definitely like your hands, like your nails, if your rings, like how you put yourself together. They love your style, your grace. Feminine wiles. They're really drawn to like the femme fatale energy, the dark feminine energy. I feel like they love like how at times you can be impulsive. They like how you can be resistant at times. They like how you aren't easy. You aren't easy to please sometimes. You are spunky. You are sparkly and spunky and ready to go. Ready to go. And they obsess about you. This could be your person. They obsess about you. Like they like to sit and think about you and think about you. Oh my, this should be an 18 plus reading. I'm blushing. Woo, they think thoughts about you. Okay, we have performance, putting on a show. Y'all. I don't even know what this is on this card. What the hell is that? Anyway, people like to watch you. Maybe you have a YouTube or a other platform that I don't want to insert any platforms because I really don't want to encourage any platforms for my own reasons. But maybe you have a platform besides YouTube. Anyway, um, and they're watching you. Maybe you have pictures online. Maybe they have video of you or pictures of you. But they really like you put these two cards together, and it's a good time. It's a real good time, y'all. Okay. Alrighty then. Group one. I think that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I definitely enjoyed doing this reading for you. Um, if you if this resonated for you, I'm sorry, I'm a little if this resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I really, really would. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the Spiderweb. This is going to be your reading all about why do people obsess about you. All right, so just keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so let's get into the cards that came out for you. The first card is the Goddess of Abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. It's a beautiful card. Oh, it's amazing energy. I love the spider web. We have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. What does it say? I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Ooh, so powerful. We have the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. That's beautiful. Really beautiful energy here. We have pioneer. Okay, wow. Get this one too. We have mentor. Let's get this one. We have fucking Mercury retrograde. Time to take personal responsibility. Spirit of the tree. Nature priestess. Inner peace. Let's do these two right here. We have prudence, self-assurance, integrity, clear-mindedness. We have heart, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart. We have purification. And we have non-conformity. You're powerful, okay? You're very powerful. And I think you're very connected to spirit. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I feel like you are extremely unique, okay? You're probably you're very connected to spirit. You may channel, you may be psychic, but you're definitely different. You may be an Aquarian, okay? You may work with Sekhmet or another very intense fighting goddess. I'm getting like Athena energy here, Aradia as well. here's the thing. I feel like you're very independent, but in a way that teaches independence to others. I feel like you have taken accountability in your life for the bad choices you've made, for the perceived mistakes you think you've made. But understand this, that every mistake you think you've made laid a path to where you are today. And today you are a powerful healer. I'm going to say it. Some of you guys have a prophetic voice. Um, you have the gift of word, you have the gift of a prophetic voice, and it could come through your writing, your song, your art, okay? But you have this ability to um, touch the the hand of the divine and understand visions and inspirations that you receive. Um, I think some of you believe you're a student of life and you're actually a teacher, okay? People obsess with you about you because you have this very unique energy. Now, some of you express this energy through the way you dress. But the truth is that it's when people sit and visit with you or get into your energy and they realize how special you are, how different you are. And it leaves some people very shaken by your nonconformity, by your differences, by the way you see the world, by the way you speak. And other people are very triggered by it. Okay, so there's two types of obsessive energy here. When they're triggered by it, they get very angry. And the thing is with you, with this card, is you meet anger with the same energy. You are unafraid to say, I'm not going to take that. Like, you're bold in that. Um, and in that way, and having that kind of courage, it's very inspirational to other people. I feel like you don't waste time with people that don't have depth. I think you're a very deep person. Um, some of you know that you're teachers. Okay, maybe you actually are teachers in the world, like actually teach people. But um, I feel like there's a lot of people who focus energy on you, um, and it's like it's a different kind of obsessive energy. It's one that is alive with active energy that could possibly lead to their own growth. It's like you heal people. And you do it in a way that's very passive by having conversations, by opening doors through words and touch. Some of you do this by touch as well. Um, and they don't understand all the time exactly what's going on. They just know that when they're through speaking to you, they feel better. They feel uplifted. Um, and they're left kind of like, huh, that's odd. That's weird. I want more of that though. I want more of that. I want to be around that more. I think you have people who actually fall in love with you because they confuse the healing energy with romantic energy because we haven't been really good about teaching like the difference um as far as like how the world is here um because there's so many different kinds of love and healing can feel very much like love energy because you heal from the heart chakra. Okay, that's where you heal. You are full heart centered person. I feel like you have a way of healing people emotionally. You may have people just come out and tell you their life story, you know, their brokenness. You may be a counselor. You may be a psychologist or something, or a nurse, but people just want to tell you like what is going on, what's happening, and you just interacting with them and being there with them is very healing. Um, some of you may be aligned with Santa Merte. Uh, she's very powerful and she is an intense healer. Um, and I feel her here. So you may be aligned with her, or she may be coming forward for you to work with her. Okay, let's get some more energy. Tell me more about my group two. Tell me more about my group two. Why do people obsess about them? You may be very educated as well. Stay in your lane. Here's the thing, you have all this heart centered energy, but you also have the stay in your lane. Well, this is a spider web, you know, so that would mean you're probably a spider. A little bit, right? So don't get on my web, bitch. Stay in your lane. Don't, because you've been through a lot to get here. This isn't just you ended up this way. You ended up this way because of a process of hardship. So you don't put up with a lot of bullshit. You don't have room for it in your life. And when someone messes you over or does something wrong, they have to take accountability with you because you've done it. So, you're love and light and full heart kind of person, but don't fuck with me because I will. I will hurt your feelings. Okay, we have Starseed. You may be a Gemini. Now, I always say this. I don't really like, I used to use the term starseed, but I don't like where it came from. So, what I would say here is that, and I feel this, okay, that ultimately, like, you don't feel like you're, like, originally your essence, your soul, whatever, is exactly human. Okay. It came from another dimension, another space, another place, another realm. But you've come here and you came here to master this place. And then, not just to master it, okay? Second paragraph, you came here to master it and then to insert yourself in this situation we're currently in to help the people, the human beings who are here right now. So, of course, they're going to obsess about you. Be careful. Okay, listen, I don't think I've ever said this, okay, to anybody, ever, but I'm going to say it to you. Be careful you don't start a cult, okay? Be careful. Because I feel like you have charisma, okay? And I feel like people look at you have the charisma that would cause people to be really obsessed, okay? And it's a slippery slope when we have all this spiritual power. And the thing is that you may not have control about how people feel about you, but you have control of the access. And sometimes you have to have good boundaries, right? So be careful that you don't have people who are overly you're not encouraging over obsession of you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, because I feel like it could happen here. And it could be one person, okay? It could be, I don't know, 15. It just depends. But, and I think you're the kind of person where you really do have a good heart. Like, obviously, you have a good heart. Um, and I think for you, it'll be harder to see this. But I think the part of you that has reached a level of mastery will absolutely see it. So trust that, okay? You need to learn to trust the spiritual master inside, okay? That voice. Learn to trust that voice, because that voice will tell you, okay, this situation is popping off. You need to kind of do something else, or kind of withdraw, or put up a boundary, or do something, it will help you with that. It will help you to know how to move, how to do things, how to guide you, because it is you. That voice is you. Okay. And it will help you with if you have people who get overly obsessed with you. Okay. Um, you may have something in your natal chart that kind of makes certain people with certain things in their natal chart obsessed with you. Okay. And that's where that little spin out of control thing can happen. So, because you have all of this very loving, charismatic energy, you're different, you're unique, you're a nonconformist, and you're powerful. Okay. It draws people to you. And, the spider web, it's not just a spider web, it's glittery, it glows. People are drawn to that. Other spiders, other bugs are drawn to that. They want to get on that. And this stay in your lane, this ability for you to be like, stay in your lane, leave me alone, don't talk to me, I'm closed for business, whatever it is very powerful. And I feel like it's important you lean on that, because you may have people who become overly obsessed with you. And I mean, I feel it here. You got the power. You got the power. Simps on the bottom of the deck, by the way. So we're going to leave that alone. We sure are. So let me get some more cards over here. I have to screen these cards. This is the Goddess of Love deck, but it has got some boobies and other appendages in it, and the tubes doesn't like it. Okay. Tell me about my group too. Tell me about my Spiderweb group. Tell me. You have lovely energy. People like to hear you. They like, okay, well, I can't show you that one. I can show you that one. I can't show you that one. Okay, you have one card I can show you, and it's the 10 of Wands. Okay, beautiful energy. And then you got the Witch of Cups and the Star, which the Star has a figure that is used and called Lilith. So it's the Lilith card. So you got the Lilith card and the Witch of Cups. And on the Witch of Cups, the witch is not clothed and her head is a flower. Okay, I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay, so with the Star here and the Witch of Cups, the charisma is off the charts. The I'm feeling this drawing energy, this pull, and it's soul deep. This energy is so seductive. It is so deep and sensual, and it is knowledgeable and wise. So the obsessive energy is intense. It's very intense. People are, when they obsess about you, it's intense. It's very Scorpio Pluto. And it's more than they want your attention. Like, they want to know you. They want to know you through and through. They want to sit and like talk to you. They want to know your soul. Ooh, my. Like, they want to get into your business. They do. They want to get to know you. And it feels with the Ten of Wands, all of this energy just feels super, like, not heavy, but the intensity is great. And it's almost like at times maybe you leave people speechless, or they feel like they can't reach out to you. Like they're so in their head about you that they don't tell you about it, or they don't speak it. But some of them have like a whole life that they've imagined with you. Okay? Whole scenarios. Whole like a whole play, and you're the star. That may unnerve you, but don't let it, okay? Because this is someone's, I feel like for some people it's a escape. It's a distraction from, you know, the intensity of their own life. I think some of these people don't have any intention, okay? But they're intensely into you. And it has to do with your massive energy. You have like spiritual master energy. And again, I don't say that often. I don't, because I don't feel it often. I don't feel this kind of energy often. Um, and I will say, I feel like a lot of you are like, your body is very sensuous. There's something about your skin. And for some of you, it's like the curve of your hip to waist ratio. I'm getting like some of you guys have been working on your chest, or your chest is very, very attractive. Okay. And they obsess about these things. We have drunken this, someone thinks about this, and we have I'm not in the mood, angry, upset. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some people would like to know like what it would be like to party with you, to let loose. Maybe they have, and they think about taking it further. Okay, they're kind of obsessed about that. Some of you may have someone who's had this experience with you, like they've partied with you and had a good time, and they're obsessed with it, and they want to do it again as soon as possible. As soon as possible, let it roll in. Please. I see someone praying. Please let it happen again. I can't wait for it to happen again. And I feel like when your anger's been shown, I think people see your intensity, they see your strength, and it is impressive. They don't want to mess with it, because they know when you get angry, you mean business. I also feel like people, for some of you, like they're afraid of rejection, because uh, they don't want, like, they have an ego problem, and they don't want to get their ego wounded because you turn them down, and you probably would. And, you know, I think it's funny. I can't help it. It's funny because they know you would turn them down, and you probably would. But they still can't help thinking about you. Some of you guys may have an OnlyFans or something going on with that. Make your money, okay? But you've got people who are like, I really would like to talk to them, but they're going to turn me down. And I just hear, yes, yes, I would. But they're still obsessing. They can't help it. They can't help it. Well, good for you. And I feel like, it's not a bad thing necessarily with this person. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. It's just the way it is. Um, yeah. So, well, that's what I received for you, group two. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected honey. This is going to be your reading all about why do people obsess about you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Okay, so let's get started and see what came out for you. The first card here is the Mystic of Peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Okay, we have the Saint of Authenticity. I am my own authentic self in all circumstances. We have Liberator. I'm not going to read it. We have Victim. We have, oops, it's upside down. We have Memento Mori, Life, Dreamer. Let's see, Life Present, sorry. Depth, Dreamer. I don't know where that came from. Let's see, we have the Gifted Guide, Stars, Choices, Opportunity. You don't need it all figured out. With these cards, we have Suck It Up, Princess, Accept Your Karma. We have Why So Serious, Droopy Dog, Find Your Joy. We have Beloved, Love, Reciprocity, Intertwinement. We have Depth, Authoritarian. Is that right there? Fortitude and Awakening. Why do people obsess with you? Well, we have honey here. Okay, so there is definitely something sweet and delectable about you. Okay. And I really feel like you have learned to be authentic. Okay. And it's because you have been through a lot. We have a victim card here. And you have liberated yourself. You have taken authority in your life. You have awakened to truth, okay? And you're very, very strong. You've had some radical, with this memento mori, you've had some kind of radical transformation, and you are so delectable. Like honey, like personally for me, like I am really into honey, like unfiltered raw honey. It's so good for you. And I'm feeling that here. Like your unfiltered, raw, organic honey, the very best that you can get. They have all sorts of flavors. You can get different flavors. I'm feeling like a lavender, rosy, beautifully flavored honey. And that kind of honey, you don't put just on anything. And maybe your honey is whipped, baby, whipped up and creamy. You know, you ever seen a creamy honey? It looks pretty good. I've never had one, but boy, I would love to have some. Um, and I feel like, you know, you just wouldn't put that honey on anything, would you? No, you wouldn't put it just on some white bread. No, you're going to get you some wonderful bread. Maybe you get you some brioche. Maybe some vanilla brioche. You know, they have that cream in that bread. You ever had that before? It is divine. It's divine. They also have cinnamon, where you can make cinnamon French toast. Maybe put some honey on that. Put some creamy honey on that. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay, very food focused, but you get my drift. Like there's something very delectable and almost like luxurious and very sweet, but not in the, oh, I'm sweet. Sweet in a refined way. And this is all something that you have you've transmuted yourself into. Like you have done alchemy. And people are drawn to you like a bee to honey. They just are magnetically drawn to you. And sometimes you get a few flies. You can't help it. Honey draws all of them, doesn't it? And sometimes the flies get drawn to you, and they're the ones that you serve karma to. This right here. Because that's your edge, honey, is that you will serve karma to the bad guys. Because the thing about honey, it's good for you. It kills all sorts of bacteria. It's very, very good for you. And so honey gets the bad guys. And you serve up karma. You take authority over situations. You are not afraid to do that. Like if someone is doing something wrong, you're like not having it. I have felt that in every group today. Like people are starting to really like activate and come forward and be like, no, we're not doing that shit anymore. It's good to feel. It's good to know that more people are feeling this energy. But here's the thing, we have this peace energy here. And I feel like, yes, you're a liberator. Okay. Yes, you help people awaken. Yes, you have a very strong energy with authoritarian. Okay. You're very deep. You've been through a lot of transformation. All right. But we have the joy card here. And as you are a gifted guide in this life, as you draw people to you and you help guide them, you even guide the flies when you give them karma. You guide the bees when they're drawn to your honey. You are a joyful light. The honey is not honey, it's light. You are light in the dark. And you're meant to shine. And people want more of that shine. They want more honey. They want to see more and know more. The people who obsess over you are drawn in by this joy energy. They're drawn in by your laughter, and they're drawn in by like the sound of your voice, the way your eyes look, the way your eyes sparkle. When someone really hits your certain bones, they really get you. Your eyes sparkle, and people love your sense of delight. People love it when you're happy, and they like to make you happy. I feel like there's a lot of love that comes towards you, and I feel like you give it back. You do. And I feel like some of you have a grandmother who thinks of you a lot, a lot, a lot. She's obsessed. You may be her favorite. She thinks of you a lot, okay? Okay. Oh, okay. Some of you have a passed over grandmother, okay? She was really into um, knitting, and I think she was knitting something blue or turquoise before she crossed over. Anyway, she was obsessed with you, and you were her favorite. And I'm getting like D tree, something like D tree. Anyway, she's still obsessed with you, and she's still watching over you. Okay, and her name may not be D tree, or a last name may not be D tree. That's just, she may be representing a group of people. So, I think you have ancestors who watch over you. Okay, I think you have a lot of ancestors, and they almost watch over you in an obsessive way because they're obsessed with helping you grow and helping you get to the next stage because you freed yourself so radically. So radically. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. It feels like to me, as someone who like reads the Akashic records or whatever the hell you want to call them, that this timeline that you're on, we'll call it a timeline. This timeline you're on is a very rare one Because you doing what you did to get free of this, there wasn't a big chance. Like 0.0000001% chance. And you did it. And you did it. You did it. Okay? So you're in a rare event right now. And that's why the world is so weird. Because now all the rare shit is happening. And truth is being revealed. It's ugly, isn't it? It's fucking ugly. Truth being revealed often is ugly. And so, you're seeing the truth being revealed. You're going through it in your own life. You've overcome so much, but you're on this rare timeline. And your ancestors are obsessed with helping you because they are full force behind you in whatever mission you have going on, with whatever accomplishments you want to make happen. Feed your ancestors. This is a side message. Feed them. I'm seeing like dollar bills, like $1 bills, okay? If you have silver dollars, but not a lot, okay? Just put it on an altar or put it by a picture, okay? They want to help make money. They want to help make money. I'm hearing help make money. I'm also seeing like wheat. Like if you can find like, I think this is different paradigms. I think I'm getting different paradigms, and really the paradigm stuff is not my business. So whatever is relative for your paradigm, okay, do that, okay, for your ancestors. But they are locked on you, honey, and they are fully supporting your hive and your mission. And I think people get obsessed with you because it's like you give off this energy of, I've got shit to do. Like, there's more going on with me than what you see, even though the honey is sweet. The honey is sweet. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. That's right. Oops. My cord is all being weird. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Yeah, it feels like people are drawn. There is this energy around you. It's almost like an energetic grid of light, but it's different than what I've seen before because it's like a crystal grid. Okay, it's not just a beam of light. It's like a crystalline grid. Love and gaslight. You listen. People cannot gaslight you. They cannot. They cannot gaslight you. You don't put up with it. I think you heal people who try to gaslight you. You trigger their reactions. I think karmic people try to gaslight you, and you're like, no, and you trigger them. And then they become obsessed with you. And this is how the obsession comes into play, is you trigger them by saying, no, you're not going to do that to me. And then they're off talking about you, ruminating on you, telling people, can you believe they said that to me? And other people are saying, why, yes, we can, because it's true. Because the thing is, you speak truth. You're honest. You're just telling people the truth. And being a truth teller like that can be difficult because you tell the truth of people's soul. And people don't want to hear that shit. Like, you tell the truth of people's soul, and they're just like, hey. But you do it for a good cause. Although you look like a villain. You look like bad honey. Like a bad bitch honey. That's what you look like. We have feral. You're wild, honey. I didn't grow up on a farm. I didn't grow on a farm. I wasn't made on a farm. I was made in the wild forest. I'm wild honey. You may be a Leo. People obsess with your connection to nature. They feel that wildness within you. Are you a little hellcat sometimes? It's okay if you're a little hellcat. Listen. It's good to have a little hellcat in you. It's good to have a little spunk. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you need to get that tamed. No, go feral. I think people love this side of you. I think they are so drawn to this. I think people talk about, like, when you have a little get together and people interact with you, I think they talk about the things you say. I think they obsess about the things you say because I think you drop wisdom. I think you awaken people. I think you awaken people with your wisdom. And it's very casual sometimes, like you're at a party, it could be a family get together or whatever, and you'll just say something. And they'll be like, oh, really? Huh. And then they're at home in the bathtub and they're thinking, they said that, didn't they? Huh. I'll have to go look that up. And then before you know it, they're in a full blown awakening. And it just works that way. It just works that way. We have narcissists. Well, people are going to judge because you love yourself. You love yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with loving yourself. And I think people may judge you for being a narcissist. I think people may think you're too pretty, you're too beautiful, you're too sweet. There's too much substance here and attractiveness. It doesn't make sense. Oh, you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist because you have boundaries. You're a narcissist because, you don't put up with my shit. That makes you a narcissist. I feel like this person doesn't even know the like definition of narcissist. Okay. You also have some of you have a narcissist obsessed with you, which is amazing because how could they be obsessed with you? Because they're obsessed with themselves. Maybe a Gemini. Okay. But it's like there's a problem with that though, because this person has a intense kind of vibe about perfection. Like, they may be a gym person, like, and there's nothing wrong with being a gym person, but this person's like overly, I like to work out. I miss it. I love working out. So, but they may be overly into being perfect, and they know that you are not, that you're just authentically you with your bumps and lumps and, skin texture and all. And so they kind of know that you will call them on their shit. So take what resonates here. I'm going to get some more cards for you, but I have to pre-screen them because the tubes don't like the boobs. Nope, they sure don't. But we're going to use this deck because it's got really great energy. So tell me about, why do people get obsessed about my group 3? Why do people get obsessed about my group 3? Why, oh why? We want to know. I'm using the Goddess of Love deck. Okay, here's 2 cards off the top and 1 off the bottom. Okay, can you see these cards? Well, not that one, and not that one. And, well, this one is probably not. Okay, you can't see any of them. That's great. I'll pull one more. You can't see that one either. Okay, you can't see any of the cards, but I'm going to tell you what they are. We got the Queen of Cups. We have the Witch of Wands. We have the Crone of Pentacles, and we have the Maiden of Wands here. So we have a couple of wands. I just think first of all, it feels like people can't, there's something about you that's elusive. And people feel like they can't catch you, like they can't get a hold of you. I'm sorry if you hear banging. There's animals around. They're banging. Probably kitty cats. So, but anyway, and the Maiden of Wands is standing naked over a rose, and there's a serpent in the background. And I feel like you're attractive and you have wisdom. And it feels like they're not used to this. And it's mesmerizing. Like how wise you are. And some of you, like, it's so casual the way you share it. And I'm getting like pictures of, in my mind, I'm getting psychic pictures of somebody who, like, maybe you like your blouse, like a button-up shirt. I feel like it's silky. This is just an example of why someone would obsess. And you just leave your blouse like a little extra button open, and you have like a beautiful like decolletage, your neck. And some of you have like a very like a certain necklace you wear, and you'll be speaking to someone, and it's just the scent of you and the things you say. It feels very bewitching. It feels very um, like I want to vibe with you more. And it feels like then you're on to the next person, and that person is left like, don't go. I was having the best time with you. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Um, and it feels like in those moments, people feel mesmerized, and they feel like they want to like fall into your energy. You feel a little witchy, okay? Maybe you're a witch, or you just have a magical energy about you. Um, and I feel like there is a deep, like, empathic connection that you make with people as well. And people feel seen, people feel known. And it touches their heart, like you touch their heart, and also other places, energetically speaking. And it takes them to that wonder place. Like, I wonder what would happen. I wonder how it would be. And the truth is that your feral energy, your primal energy it's like on tap. It's it's it feels like it's the energy that helped you throughout your life. It is like a power source for you. And it's part of what makes you bewitching. It's part of what makes you mesmerizing, because you don't suppress it anymore. And at times it can be very raw, because it took such power to liberate yourself from what you've been through. And that's where the fortitude is. That's where the strength is. And you're such a complex mix of different personality types, like different people, different situations, different struggles. There's so much within you. You are a universe within yourself. And people are drawn to that. They're drawn to the mystery of you. They're drawn to this beautiful, like, I see skin that almost glows at times. Um, and people are drawn to that. They're drawn to that honey, that sweetness, that sophisticated sweetness they feel present there. And it feels like, as far as this crone of pentacles, it feels like with all these cards that on some level they feel your elevation. They feel that you are in some way elevated. And it can be that you have ascended to a degree, or that you have attained some level of success in your career field. It could be that you were born, in a more privileged way, okay? But people see you as more elevated. They feel this. And they obsess with that. They obsess with, like, being able to speak to you, being able to come to you. Some people find it difficult. And the truth is that you don't want to talk to everybody, right? You don't have time to talk to everybody. Um, so their hesitation is probably spirit saying, you don't probably need to approach them because you're probably going to do something really crazy and it's probably not going to be okay. So don't do that. Don't do that because some people who are obsessed with you are going through an awakening. And if you know anything about awakening, it can make you do crazy things. Okay. So for some of you, they're obsessing in their own awakening state. Their own state of like, I woke up in, a dystopian society and I don't know what to do. I'm scared. And I think you give comfort. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick the table. Um, you give comfort to people. You um, comfort to people who are feeling that way. And sometimes that creates attachment. You don't do it, they do it. They're attaching because they're scared. They're attaching because they don't know what to do. And I feel like when you feel that, sometimes it feels like a parasite, but it's actually a person who is awakened and trying to like figure it out, and they get attached to you. And you probably clear it like a parasite, and that's really what you should do. I don't think, it's not done maliciously. It's done because people are codependent. Now, for some of you, you're very protected and you just feel it, you clear the energy, no damage done. Um, for others, you don't know it, and this is me telling you. And that's why you need to clear your energy, especially if you're on social media or you do things in front of people or you teach or you engage people. Clear your energy every single day. You can do it in the shower. You can do it when you get up in the morning. You can do it twice a day. It doesn't have to be a big ritual, okay? And there's many methods to do it. The Archangel Michael clearing prayer is one. You can do a smoke cleanse. You can use all types of oils. You can do it in the shower. There's all kinds of methods, okay? Um, because I feel like for some people, you may feel like home because and it's not that you don't have a warm feeling to people, you do, but they're confused. And they're confused when they feel this because they've awakened and they're searching for comfort. And listen, if I awakened right now, I would too, wouldn't you? I mean, what they're doing is completely normal because it's a crazy time to wake up. It's like waking up in the middle of Earth turning into an absolute, well, hellscape. Now, this is not a hellscape. This is a process we're going through that's going to lead to wonderful things. But people waking up don't know that. All they see is, wow, when is this going to stop? What's happening? What's next? They're very confused. I think you have a way of being that can help people feel liberated. And unfortunately, people who are in the victim state, and a lot of people who wake up, they get into that state because they realize their life is a mess and the relationships are toxic. And, because you've been through it. It's a tough process, and they see you as a liberator, as someone who's gone through it, and whatever this is. And it could be someone who sees you as someone who's gotten over addiction, someone who sees you as someone who has recovered from some kind of trauma or something like that. It could be a friend, okay? And they see you as someone who's overcome, and they want to do that. They want to be like that, and they are obsessed. They become obsessed with you. And I feel like, in a way, for some of you, like, this isn't necessarily bad. I'm not talking about them attaching to you. I'm talking about them being obsessed with you. Because I feel like you show people how to get free by the doing. And so people watch. They pay attention because your word is bond. Like you're the real deal. And when people see that, they kind of feel like they can do that too. Well, all right, group 3, that's what I received for you. This was a really fun reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it for you. If this resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.